All right. Well, obviously I'm recording, so yes, this is the same day. I was thinking about it. I was like, I really want to watch this Modern Warfare 3 video, just because I want to relive Modern Warfare 3 mainly. Mediocre. I gotta watch that. I'm probably gonna watch that in my own time because I enjoyed the game. I don't think I enjoyed it enough to warrant a reaction. Same with this. I think I'll just have fun to watch it on my own. 4 years ago. What was that? 4 years ago. Okay. Let's see.
First impressions are a pretty big deal. The experience we have in those initial 2 to 3 hours of gameplay is often the deciding factor in whether or not we keep playing or drop it entirely. Allow me to say that nobody in this world was more jaded towards Modern Warfare 3 than I.
It's funny when you go back to his old videos, you see he doesn't show his face that often, but like in the newer one I saw with Modern Warfare 3, he does it like all the time.
There are a few games I hate beyond comprehension, beyond words, that can just cause me to have a physical reaction upon seeing their cover art. Now allow me to show you how the majority of planet Earth felt during the release of Modern Warfare.
Like I said in the last video, I'm gonna dick right Modern Warfare 3. It's one of my favorite games.
3 and the first few hours we all spent playing it.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Honestly, the root of almost all of the bad press, reviews, criticism, and hatred towards this game comes from one simple issue. And it's not that Modern Warfare 3 was or is a horrible, awful Call of Duty game. It's just that, well, this was the 8th Call of Duty in a row. Franchise fatigue had finally set in, which would collapse entirely once Ghosts came out. I mean, people were just getting fucking sick of a new Call of Duty game coming out year after year. To the casual, average, and hardcore fans, basically everyone could look at Modern Warfare 3 and be like, yup, looks like a $60 update to a game that came out 2 years ago. It looked, felt, and played virtually the same. Consumers are generally not a fan of being duped into buying the same product twice.
Okay.
Especially if it's
similar,
a sequel
yes.
that actually looks worse than the game they had before. My disgust is so vivid to me all these years later, because this was the point I said, fuck it, I'm done with Call of Duty indefinitely. When it comes to video game sequels, I think the absolute least thing people expect
Looked worse than MW2.
from them is for the graphics to change and improve.
I don't
So if you
agree.
can't even nail that as a developer, then something is wrong. Sure, Halo 5's art design is weird and not as good as any of the other games, I think, but at least you can easily tell the difference between each and every Halo game. Let's have a test, see? If I were to throw up footage of every COD game,
This is Black Ops.
could you tell at a glance?
I would have this. Hold on. Black Ops is top left. Infinite Warfare. Second is second. I haven't played that Call of Duty, which is third. That's Modern Warfare 2 at the right. It's Modern Warfare 3 all the way to the left. On the second row. World War II, Black Ops again. I didn't play that one. Third row now. That's Modern Warfare 3. I don't think I played that one. I don't. That might be Ghost on the third one on the third row. I didn't play that COD. Fourth row, I didn't play that. Didn't play that. No, I didn't play that.
Which game is which?
Oh, that was Ghost. Okay.
Why don't you just go ahead and pause. See if you can guess every one of these games.
I can pretty easily.
Unless you're a hardcore fan or someone like me who has extensively played most of the games and can kind of tell between them, unless you can perceive the slight differences in user interface and graphics and weapons, it's going to be damn hard to tell exactly which game is which. Modern Warfare 2 might have been a bit divisive amongst the community, but MW3 was an entirely different beast. I'd even say the general relationship between gamers and game critics really started to turn sour around this point. I mean, near universal acclaim from critics and universal disgust from users? Like, are you shitting me? Was this just an outrage mob? Were the criticisms well found? Were the critics paid off, or did they really just not give that much of a fuck to even complain about the similarities? Who knows for sure? This was the first time I felt like game critics and game journalists have really let me down. And they would continue to let me down with their Call of Duty reviews. Leave it to the Call of Duty franchise to come out with a game that, on one hand, breaks several world records. In terms of pre-orders, sales, revenue, it becomes the largest entertainment launch of all freaking time. But at the same time is apparently hated by absolutely everyone.
Dude, why is it that when I fight somebody, it's like I just slapped them in the face?
Jeff, bro. Oh my god.
Napkin from a little kid's birthday party.
It's this dichotomy that makes Modern Warfare 3 so interesting to me. What does it say about our consumption of media? When does a series start to just get old? Did the similarities cloud our judgment on this game? And does Modern Warfare 3 have something that makes it stand out from the rest of the series?
It does. The kill streak, support streak, and recon streak. The survival game mode was fun. The infection and the custom games were really fun. I didn't play the chaos mode. And then you had the Spec Ops shit that was also pretty good. Was it better than Modern Warfare 2? I can't remember because they blend in together because I played both of them so much. Campaign, I believe it was better than Modern Warfare 2's campaign. Hold on, let me give it a really solid thought. Modern Warfare 2 campaign from beginning to end. It'll take me like 10 seconds. I played it so much. Okay, now let me think about Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 campaign was easily better. I love the characters more in Modern Warfare 3 campaign. There was specific missions in Modern Warfare 2 that was really cool, but Modern Warfare 3 felt like there was actually something. Modern Warfare 3 was there was actually something to lose, you know? There was I'm trying to think of the word. You know, there was actually consequences to your actions. There was stake. There was stake in the actual story. Things were actually lost. Modern Warfare 2, nothing really happened aside from getting your characters killed. That's really it. It was getting attached to characters that looked cool and then getting them killed and then being betrayed. And then, of course, you had big moments in it, like EMP. I can't think of anything else right now. But overall, characters, story, the gravity of the situation, I loved Modern Warfare 3 so much more. I would have to see Modern Warfare 2 again because apparently I'm drawing a blank, which, like I said, I'm a dick ride. I am. I love this game. Everything about it is better than Modern Warfare 2. And since I didn't really play Modern Warfare 2 campaign, I played the campaign. Oh, sorry, I didn't play the multiplayer that much. I played campaign and Spec Ops usually because I was by myself, and I was shit at the time. So I wasn't really good. There was no point in me playing multiplayer. And then when I did play it, I just got noob tube, grenaded, combat, like commando. Like that shit was so ass, bro. It wasn't fun. There was like I was getting shit on, but I wasn't learning anything. Like when I got on Black Ops 2, I got shit on, learned, and became better than the rest. And I've kept that ego till now. I'm still better than the rest. I'm the best controller player the world has ever seen. But yeah, Marvel 3 is literally just better. Now, I'm sorry. I have to go back because I don't remember what he said.
Did the similarities cloud our judgment on this game? And does Modern Warfare 3 have something that makes it stand out from the rest of the series? Well, let's survive in Spec Ops, find out why the bloody hell Makarov knows you, and suffer from franchise fatigue straight into this.
Okay.
This is the true dilemma of Modern Warfare 3. As a product of its time, it failed to please fans. However, with the power of hindsight, seeing where the series has gone, there's a lot of praise I wasn't willing to give this game back in the day, but I am now. A lot of things I overlooked. MW3 signaled the largest change that Call of Duty had ever seen. Within Infinity Ward, the Warfare series, and it altered the way the franchise was routinely developed.
By the way, my perception of Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, I didn't buy any DLC. So I was playing the base game the entire time.
With the co-founders Jason West and Vince Zampella leaving the company to form Respawn Entertainment, they would go on to create the incredible yet underperforming Titanfall series. And of course, you know, a little puppy you might have heard of called Apex Legends. To my recollection, this was the first time a COD game had been worked on by multiple developers.
Wait, he was in...
This was also the first time that the series looked
I didn't know he was in the...
with an
he was a voice actor.
future. Sure, Call of Duty's always going to be popular. It's always going to appeal to the masses. But I couldn't help but think, if this was the moment it really lost its way. Did I say Jason and Vince
The
left
fucking kill streaks in this game were so much better than Modern Warfare 2. God, I love the kill streaks in this game.
Well, by that I mean they were fired. By Activision. Ladies and gentlemen, the details of that are messy at best.
And the game
So
modes.
according to my research, lawsuits were
Man, I
filed
love
by
this game.
Jason and Vince for employee mistreatment, and they wanted bonus payments that they were allegedly promised. Activision countersued the two with accusations of corporate espionage, theft of business secrets, breaches of contract, insubordination.
I don't know
All
nothing
this
about
was
any of
then
this.
thrown at the duo. And to spit in the face of Activision, Respawn signed on with the equally shit publisher, Electronic Arts.
Is this good for the player?
And half of the Infinity Ward team would leave to join them. The lawsuits were eventually settled confidentially, but the point is how this paints a very messy picture for the development of Modern Warfare 3. So with Activision rebuilding the team on Infinity Ward while simultaneously working on development, Raven Software was brought in to handle the multiplayer so that Sledgehammer and Infinity Ward could both work on the single-player campaign. Would this joint effort lead to some restricted creativity? I feel like the more game production is split between companies and people, the larger the group, the harder it is for teams to communicate and reach the most beneficial end goal/product. The recurring problem with Modern Warfare 3 and fan expectations of the series is it did not deliver enough new experiences. Think about it. Black Ops 1 was set in the Vietnam era.
Yes.
It had cool, unique weapons, top secret missions, new and improved Nazi zombies, Dead Ops Arcade, gun game, wager matches, revamped customization. Before that, MW2 went batshit crazy, with the best map selection in the series, overpowered weapons, ridiculously strong kill streaks. Prior to that, World at War was a return to World
Now, let's go over this again.
Warfare 3 and fan expectations of the series is it did not deliver enough new experiences. Think about it. Black Ops 1 was set in the Vietnam era. It had cool, unique weapons, top secret missions, new and improved...
Cool, unique weapons. Okay. Yeah. They did have some unique weapons.
Nazi zombies. Dead
Zombies
Ops
was
Arcade,
cool.
gun
Dead Ops
game,
Arcade
wager
was cool.
matches, revamped
Gun game, wager. Well, yeah, okay.
customization. Before that, MW2
And then the theater mode shit. And that shit was great.
went batshit crazy, with the best map selection in the
Best map selection.
series, overpowered weapons,
The overpowered weapons was not fun.
ridiculously strong kill
Ridiculously strong kill streaks. AC-130, chopper gunner, nuke. That's it. Harrier is also pretty good. But they were only that strong because basically all the maps were outdoors.
Streaks. Prior to that, World at War was a return to
So
World War
they weren't even really that crazy. It's just the fact that they were outdoors. All the maps were outdoors.
II, with the lessons and revolutionary design principles that were introduced with COD 4. See, I think most people were able to overlook the similarities from game to game because up until Modern Warfare 3, they had all been drastically different in story, style, and presentation. MW3 was the first time the COD series just felt like a cash cow. It felt like the companies behind this were trying to cut as many corners as possible, and with the knowledge of how MW3 was developed, maybe that assumption isn't too far off. So now that we have an idea of how Modern Warfare 3 was handled behind the scenes, it's time to see how all these teams translated their talents to the big screen.
Okay.
The climactic finale.
Look at my fucking face. I'm so ready to cry. It's crazy. Like, don't get mad, Ackman. I'm sorry if you ever see this, bro. I'm so ready to defend this game. It's crazy.
Trilogy starts off hot and spicy, literally set just a few hours after the end of Modern Warfare 2.
Yep.
I thought I told
Great
you this
pickup.
was a one-way trip.
Looks like it still is. They'll be looking for us, you know.
Gonna get so bad.
Duh. I know a place.
Having just finished off General
Ooh,
Shepard,
that soundtrack.
Price and Nikolai attempt to escort the mortally wounded Soap McTavish to the safe house. As Soap, we fade in and out of consciousness between the present and the past.
Light flashing before his eyes.
The memories and moments that led to this point are shown
Great,
to us with sweet, stylistic, glass-shattering design. But this is no time to smell the roses. Someone's got to help out Soap. Oh no, he's seeing what COD becomes in the future. Oh no!
Okay, that was funny.
All right, come on, get the defib quick.
And title screen. Cool. Gave me
Big
chills.
Title screen. And I just realized that WW3 stands for World War 3.
You know what the problem is?
What?
You got it set to M for mini, and it should be set to W.
You were Wumbo.
Moving on, the mainland is being attacked by the Russians. New York is
Oh,
under
man.
siege. And well, this time we aren't Oscar Mike. We aren't Rangers leading the way. And we
Nope,
never
you're
have to
just some-
defend Burger Town.
Just some guy.
All of these new experiences frighten and confuse me. In this game, perspective switch between Delta Team and Derek Westbrook, aka Frost, the disavowed Task Force 141 operative Soap, Price, and their mysterious friend, Yuri. During the build-up and leaked trailers of Modern Warfare 3, the developers were showcasing an experience that would take place in 4 separate locations.
New
France,
York, France, well, he says England there, and Africa.
England, America, and Germany. In-game, it feels like
Wait,
there
what?
was an effort made to make these
Germany?
areas interesting and graphically pleasing. Call of Duty always had a knack for creating diverse epic landscapes that will stick out in your mind. And that, quite frankly, is Modern Warfare 3's greatest strength. With that being said, it's a blast to fight through the streets and skyscrapers of New York City. Shooting around the stock exchange and witnessing this city as a war zone is astounding.
It's really cool.
Shit, and Call of Duty always has to blow your balls off right away.
What an intro.
Boom! How's that for an opening?
To me,
What I
is
really
like
appreciate about the writing and
child,
narrative of
bro. The
Modern
intro
Warfare
was
3
so
is how
hard.
much more coherent it is. In pretty
still
much
love
every
this
COD
intro.
game, there's moments where it seems like you're
Just like I love this
doing busy
intro.
work that ultimately has no significance or effect on the plot. Sometimes it's not well explained. Sometimes you just go out and destroy a jammer. And sometimes you can get lost within the military.
Nope. The jammer shit was explained. You had to have comms to talk to the other team so you can so because they were trying to set this jammer mission was because they were trying to set up communication. If I'm remembering this correctly, they were trying to set up communication so they can talk to somebody so they can actually go into the next mission where they do the raid on the submachines. The sub. See, look, I'm getting so defensive I can't even talk. The submarines is so they actually can do that part. That's why because the enemy destroyed the comms, or you had to fix it.
Jargon and mumbo jumbo. But in this game, I never got lost. The cutscenes have a magnificent style and
See, look, I'm over here dick riding, and he said he never got lost. God damn it, I'm defending nothing. I'm defending. I gotta calm down.
presentation. It's engaging and interesting the way
It
they show you
is.
what's happening.
It
As if
is.
it's in a tactical military view. Turns out the Russians have nuclear warheads on a submarine outside the
Yes.
city, and they plan on wreaking havoc upon the New York populace.
Correct.
So, what do? We go through the tunnel, boys. This was the mission revealed back at E3, and for good reason. The setting is just phenomenal. A flooded tunnel filled with drowned civilians, cars. All these people were trying to escape and just got trapped in here. It's a pretty spooky scene. But we're here to blow up a part of the submarine. So we dash and dance our way through some minefields, set some C4, submarine go boom. It's forced to surface where we infiltrate
so
the
they don't
sub,
drown.
reach the control panel, and take over the warheads.
And
There's an
then send it
incredible
on each other.
chaotic escape sequence that visually and metaphorically sucks me off. With the Russians pulling back, we swap back to the injured Soap and take control of the new guy, Yuri. Hey, don't worry, my dude, the doctor's here.
The
I've
fact
been
that
trained
Yuri
in the
just
art
got,
of surgeon
Soap got up
simulating.
and started
You know
fighting
how
is
good
pretty
I am?
crazy.
I'm ready to...
But I guess they gave him a shot of adrenaline.
You storm through the streets of India, staving off Makarov's men and protecting Soap. Why is he worth all this trouble, you might be asking? Well, he's one more loose end. After securing Soap's safety, it becomes clear to us that Price is not the same man.
They
Correct.
say truth is the first casualty of war. But who defines what's true?
He changed.
Truth is just a matter of perspective. The duty of every soldier is to protect.
I mean, it's understandable why he changed in this one. Cause think about it, COD 4. After he was trying to finish his mission, he's trying to leave, he's trying to escape. Then Zakayev comes and fucking kills his whole gang. Then he gets imprisoned. I don't remember why he got in prison in the first place. I don't remember why he got in prison. And then nobody came to save him except for they only came to save him in Modern Warfare 2 because they thought they needed him and his expertise. And just for him to get betrayed again, and then almost kill his whole team again. So in this one, he's like, all right, fuck it. I don't care. We'll be disavowed. We're not on no team. Fuck it. We're against the world. Fuck it. I mean, it just makes sense.
The innocent, and sometimes that means preserving the lie of good and evil. That war isn't just natural selection played out on a grand scale.
What follows is one of my favorite missions in the series, Turbulence. This is where the game slows down the pacing and explores the plot. You are a bodyguard for the Russian president, on board a plane headed to the US to discuss terms of peace. But there's something worse than snakes on this plane, and just when you think Call of Duty is going to have a boring political discussion, boom. We're under attack. They're trying to kidnap the president and his daughter over my empty vodka bottle.
Die, Satan's minions!
And this airplane sequence is fantastic. Badass. Sometimes gravity fucks you up and you glide through the air. It's
Yeah,
pretty
this
epic.
is just aesthetic.
But then
so
it gets
it's pretty cool.
really good.
This is all ingrained in my memory. I have maybe like 100 hours alone in this campaign and Modern Warfare 2.
Holy shit! That was awesome! And it didn't overindulge itself like a certain World War II shooter I know. We awaken the debris of the airplane, but still need to secure the president and his daughter. As
Yep.
we fight against the ultra-nationalists, we find him. Now let's get the evac out here pronto. Alright, sir, let me just get the door
And
open and well.
Makarov.
Oh, boy, this is awkward.
That shit is so hard.
He makes his move, busts a couple caps, kidnaps the Russian president, and in a matter of time, will hopefully break the man into giving up the nuclear launch codes.
Every man has his weakness. Find the girl.
And then I love how they did
Nuclear
this
launch
Makarov
codes.
too. He's just so cold. He just doesn't care. He doesn't flinch in like, oh my god, like look at how he kills him. He's just like, oh, you're alive. Yeah. He's like, oh, you're alive. He doesn't even look at it. He doesn't care. Your life literally means nothing. He just like, bang. He aims a gun at you, looks away because you mean nothing to him. Finishing you doesn't matter. He just bam walks away.
A lot of the middle missions.
The way they handle him is so cool in this game.
To find Makarov, which is not exactly a new turn for the plot, but it's entertaining. It builds
The way
up
they
the
handle him
finale
in
and has some highlights along
in
the way.
2 and 3.
These
so
men
good.
bond through war, blood, and battle, and eventually the gang orchestrates a daring assassination attempt.
And this is exactly why when Soap dies, same thing when I was talking about with Price earlier. This is why when Soap dies and he says Makarov knows Yuri, he's like, oh no, I'm not being betrayed again. Fuck no. So does he as soon as he gets his chance, I'm surprised he didn't just kill you, to be honest. He still has a little bit of his heart.
Together in the middle of a war zone. Sounds convenient. Overconfidence makes you careless.
While the sequence that follows is well orchestrated and amusing to witness, it's yet another example of Modern Warfare 3's startling lack of originality. How many elements of this game are you not going to bother changing, and how many are you going to borrow from the previous games?
It's fine.
Anyways, this
It's just one little
assassination
scene.
doesn't go as planned.
Price, get out of there! What the hell's he talking about?
Uh-oh, busted. Makarov is a dog, and he has sniffed us out. Balls are hitting the walls, so you and Price gotta once again save your boy's life and get the fuck out. Thankfully, Price is a
This is
homie
like toward
and knows
the end
that you
already.
don't want to go through a whole level without shooting something, so he gives you a hand in hauling Soap around. Get this man inside. Quickly, come on, put your fucking backs into it. This is my boy we're talking about here. Don't you know this was the guy who was the protagonist in COD 4? Let's get him in here.
Not now, Soap. Just rest. Get a medic! Come on, stay with me, son. Price.
You have to know. Oh, you need to know. Back it off. Nose. Yuri.
Oh, no!
Soap!
No!
Soap!
Soap! You have to go now!
Get off me. I'm sorry.
This belongs to you, sir. I'm sorry.
So
This
much
scene
history in that
got me
pistol.
good. I genuinely thought the old lad would come out alive. Price's screams will forever haunt my dreams. Hot damn, that was some good acting. Price pockets Soap's journal, and then the game designers do something really funny. Every
What a
Call
good
of Duty
meme that turned
campaign,
into.
from the very start, programs you to follow instructions from the other characters. And when you do it this time, they punch you in the face for it. That's real clever, guys. That's real clever. But Soap is pissed, isn't holding back, and now we gotta answer
Price is pissed,
the golden
man.
question.
Soap trusted you. I thought I could too. So
Why the
in bloody
hell does
Makarov
Makarov know you?
Call of Duty utilizes semi-silent protagonists pretty well, and it does the same with Yuri. It's a good choice because it allows you to focus on the events and people around you. It's
And then they let him
especially
talk.
appreciated because the
Oh
death
my
of Soap
God.
is the most critical moment in this trilogy of games. And playing as a silent protagonist at this moment allows you to truly lament the death of a hero and a friend.
And it's perfect for that situation too, because you don't even know him. So what were you even gonna say in that situation?
This is the moment
You're just here because you're a hired gun that hates the bad guy.
when all the secrets are revealed and the full picture comes into view. Turns out Yuri was a lot closer to Makarov than anyone knew. He was his old friend, business partner. He was there for the attempted assassination of Zakhaev. He was there for the deaths of 30,000 men.
Nico, it's Roman. Let's go bowling.
He was there for the airport massacre. He was there for all of it, slinking behind, just out of view. And he's here now, ready to kick some fucking ass. Yuri, my man, welcome to the crew of respected Call of Duty protagonists. But what's actually a really cool detail is when they did Modern Warfare Remastered, They
Yep.
actually put Yuri and Makarov in that section. At this point, Modern Warfare 3 has flipped everything around on its head. This character, who we had thought was mostly along for
Makarov's
the ride, has
castle.
turned out to be the last piece of the puzzle.
How quickly they forget that all it takes to change the course of history is the will of a single man.
Our very existence.
Who's this?
Prisoner 627.
I'm coming for
Coming
you,
for you,
Makarov.
Makarov.
Haven't you heard, Price? They say the war is over.
My war ends with you.
So with a heart full of vengeance and an urge to finish the fight, Yuri and Price mount up in Juggernaut suits and storm the keep. We're gonna get you, boy. You can't hide forever. Let's fucking go, Yuri. Oh, damn, dude. You're fucked up. Don't worry, I'll take this bastard down myself. Where you going, Makarov? Running away again? And finally, we come face to face with the man himself. And what an
And
epic
Yuri
showdown it
gets
is.
fucking bodied. Shoulder, shoulder, head. Chills every time.
With the dust settling and sirens blaring in the background, losing both his closest friends, Captain Price finally has a moment to relax.
Both his closest friends. He didn't lose
Modern
Nikolai.
Warfare 3's story is climactic and
Nikolai's the
beautiful.
only one he didn't
It's a
lose.
fitting finale to one of the most popular game trilogies out there, and I don't really have many complaints to make about it. Watching Makarov's elaborate death was really satisfying and gruesome. Man got what he deserved, and though the ending feels abrupt, there's really not much story left to tell.
It's nothing
There's
else.
a clock tower in Hereford where the names of the dead are inscribed. We try to honor their deeds, even as their faces fade from our memory. Those memories are all that's left when the bastards have taken everything else.
Between Black Ops 1 and 2, Treyarch made several enhancements to the campaign. So much that it amazes me to this day. The levels were more non-linear than any other COD game.
Yeah.
They added customizable classes before each mission. There were challenges for points and high scores on a leaderboard. You could choose to do certain missions out of order, and most impressive, the multi-layered and divergent storytelling put an emphasis on your choices throughout and had several
That's why
possible
Black Ops
endings,
2 is so fucking hard.
giving the campaign immense replay value. So, does Modern Warfare 3 provide a similar level of improvement?
It doesn't do that,
It
no.
does next to nothing in this regard. Where Modern Warfare 3
Storytelling's
story brought
just
about
really
a
good.
satisfying conclusion and resolution within several of our favorite characters, the gameplay is basically a clone made in a laboratory. You kind of get the sense that the whole purpose of the campaign at this point was just to finish the story. The set
is.
pieces, weapons, locations might be new and different, but that's really all the positive things you can say about it. It still has that ridiculous over-the-top action vibe, yet it's portrayed in a slightly more believable way. Like when you're on that super epic escape sequence in the second level, speeding around aircraft carriers, going off jumps. It's more believable than the last time we did that because there's a real battle going on. And it's actually two armies instead of two guys fighting an army. Yeah, it's cool flying around New York in a helicopter, but at the end of the day, it's just another on-rails turret section. The mechanics haven't changed, just the location. Wouldn't it have been cool to maybe let the player fly the helicopter around? I mean, that worked
No.
decently well for Black Ops 3. So when you realize the developers had no intention of spicing up the gameplay or its mechanics to allow for more freedom and versatility, that's the moment you realize there ain't really no reason to replay Modern Warfare 3. In a game that's fun the first time,
Wait, what did he
but
say?
has no
Aside from
replay
what?
value, versatility, that's the moment you realize there ain't really no reason to replay Modern Warfare 3.
Aside from the story, obviously. Okay.
A game that's fun the first time, but has no replay value, sounds pretty mediocre to me. Truth is, I did not give a rat's ass about this multiplayer. And hold up, What? 60,000 players? I call bullshit on that. Before planning to get footage for this review, I was sitting at about 15 hours at level 55 or so. Pedestrian shit for an epic gamer like me. Hindsight can be a blessing and a bitch. It can even be a blessed bitch. But having slogged through COD World War II and Black Ops 4, how bad could this be? But something weird is happening to me. Modern Warfare 3, this game I've hated for 8 years. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. It's fucking fun.
Perhaps I'm having fun with the multiplayer now because
the new campaigns or the new multiplayers. No, it was always fun.
it feels new to me because I didn't play it much. It has that satisfying COD gameplay loop that I haven't been able to connect with in the newer games. Maybe I'm enjoying it because there isn't a storm of anger surrounding this game, and I'm experiencing it without outside influence. I think each one of these reasons contributes to the fun
Wait, what? Feels new because I didn't play. Oh, it's just what you just said.
I'm currently having. But I also don't find myself addicted to the multiplayer, like wanting to grind hardcore for prestige and rank. This is truly a middle-of-the-road experience, but
You don't want to grind this game mainly because the level cap is so fucking high. 70? And the best gun in the game, the MP7, or the best SMG in the game is level like 68 or something, or it is 70. Like, you don't want to do that again.
let's take a deeper look, because despite the mediocrity, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and Raven did make some pretty cool and appreciated innovations.
Yes.
Funny thing to look back on nowadays is prior to the game's release, the Call of Duty community was up in arms about every single unbalanced feature of Modern Warfare 2. In fact, the biggest complaints were talked about on stage by Robert Bowling, former community manager and creative strategist of Infinity Ward. Let's hear what he had to say.
Every element of the game has gotten more balanced. It means no one-man army, no game-ending nuke,
Wow, just listen to the crowd reaction.
no shotguns as secondaries, definitely no commando perk,
All those features he listed off, they fucking hate them all.
no last stand. Fuck you, last stand.
But what Robert forgot to tell everyone was that Final Stand and Dead Man's Hand were still in the game as death streaks. He fucking got us good.
Oh my god, that's so true.
Fuck you, last stand.
It's no wonder the teams were hyper-focused on making this game more balanced when that's all the fans really complained about. But it makes you wonder, did all the negativity from the community towards MW2 cause MW3 to be what it is?
Literally, they were like, "Oh my god, this shit's so broken. Fix the game." And they said, "Fuck you, we're not fixing it." And then they made Modern Warfare 3, where it's the game, right? It's COD, it's Modern Warfare, but better. And then niggas got mad again. I was like, bro, you can't win.
Maybe this shows the change in attitude of the COD community. We were listened to so hard, and this is what we got? I don't know, man. It makes you wonder.
They listened to you, and then the fans said, "Why did you listen to us? Fuck you."
It's also funny that if you play the mode Drop Zone, you'll notice that everyone is a quick scoping champion, apparently.
That is their mode. Yeah.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Can't explain that.
It is rampant, far more than Modern Warfare 2. Speaking of Drop Zone, let's talk about all the playlists and game modes.
That shit was
Kill
hilarious.
Confirm debuted in this game, which has since become a welcome staple of every Call of Duty afterwards.
Kill Confirm came out in this game. I didn't even know that.
Team Defender makes
W.
its one and only appearance, a mode akin to Oddball where each team tries to hold the flag for as long as possible to score points.
I'm assuming they just got that from like shit like Gears and
And later
like
down the
King
line,
of the
you
Hill.
had the more competitive, let's get sweaty face-off playlists.
There it is. Face off.
which threw players into small, tight maps focused on 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3 throwdowns. What was really cool is how they added a whole tab for community
Community, infected, drop zone, all for nothing, Modern Warfare 3. Some
oriented game modes.
I don't know
the
the
ones
last
that were
one is.
made popular in private matches. Hey,
Yep.
wait a second. Infected? Ah, come on, guys. I can't imagine where you got this idea from.
Infected.
It's actually pretty entertaining, not gonna lie.
It is.
You can rack up some
It's the best infected out of all of them.
pretty crazy kills in this mode, but there's a problem.
And then people were dropping nukes in this.
Only
Oh
one
my
round
god.
per match, so it's kind of tedious to play. On top of this, they had new and improved private match options,
Yep.
giving players more tools to customize their experience. That's always good. Now, I checked
Sharks
out
and
Drop
minnows,
Zone
Michael
out of
Myers,
curiosity, not
all that shit.
expecting much from this one and done mode, and was just blown away. This is that old school crazy that Modern Warfare 2 used to have. You hold the drop zone for points, and care packages are bombarded on the ground, which can be anything from a UAV to Osprey gunner. It's like a mad dash around the map, and the best part is your score streaks are disabled, so you can focus on just having fun. I spent the most time in drop zone and found it to be the best source for leveling up weapons and my rank.
Correct.
And hey, would you
Gave
look
you
at
the
that?
like crazy
New
points.
innovation in the form of weapon rank.
Yep.
You know, it really is impressive and staggering to see just how many features that debuted in Modern Warfare 3 have been carried on throughout the years. This time, every weapon-related unlock is tied to its level. All attachments, gun camos, reticles, and, proficiency? That's right, each weapon class has a selection of bonus perks, which brings a new form of customization to the table.
If you want less sway, you can earn it.
So, bro, so this game came out with weapon leveling and could
You want two
confirm
attachments, you can earn it. You want less kick, go earn it.
that's
This
so.
sandbox feels like the largest out of all the games. I find myself hopping around.
I
using all
love
sorts of
literally
different
every
weapons
map.
just to see
Every
what they're
map on
like.
this game is good,
Modern
from what I
Warfare
remember.
3 is also the last game in the series to have the traditional class setup
Of course, playing some of it, it's annoying.
instead of the pick 10 system or whatever Ghosts had. A lot of balancing changes were made. There are way more tactical items to use. Lethals are more streamlined. Only 5 perks in each category. Their strength is significantly toned down. Blast Shield is now a perk instead of an equip. Every change seems to be made for the benefit and fairness of the game.
Yeah,
Is the most balanced multiplayer experience we have ever done.
literally.
Modern Warfare 3 is basically a more reasonable, fine-tuned, balanced version of the last game. Except for the fact that everyone uses the goddamn ACR. So it's a different
ACR was just
weapon.
good, bro.
How about that? Shotguns were
ACR was just good. It felt good. It sounded good. Everything about the ACR was good. The reload animation, the iron sights, literally everything about the ACR was just good. The other guns were good too. That's the crazy thing. The ACR just felt
turned into
so
a
much
primary
better.
weapon, which is something a lot of people had complained about. But I can't help but feel like explosives and shotguns
See, and then the shotguns, they kept the same strength, but then they made it primary.
got a bit neutered here.
Good.
Progression is about what you would expect, although they increased the level cap to 80 with 20
80, that's what
different
it was,
ranks of
yeah.
prestige.
Yep.
Good lord.
Shit was crazy.
That is a bit excessive. But it is quite
That
a
shit was
maddening
crazy.
grind to think about and see people do that without cheating.
I know, right? I didn't do it. Fuck that.
What I really enjoyed were the prestige tokens.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Prestige
get to use
tokens.
a lot of them, but you could buy a
Extra class, double XP, double weapon XP, regular package. Bro, like
new
this shit was
class,
just-
get the exclusive emblems and titles, unlock a weapon forever.
honestly such a good idea. That should have been in future games.
Another cool feature was how MW3 and the menus kept track of your progress in the other Call of Duty games. I wish newer Call of Duties would do that. Infinity Ward and the team and MW3 have more or less mellowed out from their midlife crisis and cocaine binge. Yeah, you're not as crazy as you used to be all those years ago, but the hardcore drug abuse has taken its toll. You guys are a bit more sober now and can see clearly. The result of this sobriety is a revamped and infinitely more effective, fair, and engaging system for score streaks.
Modern Warfare 2,
yep.
there was a huge difference
Might as well let the homies explain the logic.
experience between the expert player and the newcomer.
But for the newcomer, he spent a lot of his time getting his ass handed to him by 402's kill streaks every 2 seconds.
Where the best players focused on actually accomplishing their team's objectives instead of just getting kills, it became very clear that the kill streak system was optimized for only one game type.
Yep.
And that was team deathmatch.
Makes sense. And you don't call them kill streaks because they make other people live. But this time you actually pick your streaks for each class. Points
Yep.
are reset so you can earn more than one in a single life. Guess you could say that's a nice buff for quality of life.
Wait, sorry. What did you
You
say?
actually pick your streaks for each class. Points are reset so you can earn more than one in a single life. Guess you could say that's a nice buff for quality of life.
Hey, that really sucked!
MW3 has a lot of little improvements that flew under the radar, like being able to see the progress of your streaks on screen, and having the option to scroll through and choose what streak to use instead of being forced to use the one you most recently got. Thank you.
This is the result of being able to use the UAZ first. Yep, because before, if you use the Harrier on Modern Warfare 2, you got one swipe. If you fucked up, you fucked up. Fried,
So the
cooked.
point streak system is as follows. You get a point for taking an objective,
Yep.
scoring a kill, or shooting down certain air support. With Hardline Pro, 2 assists will net you a point. I can't tell you how much better multiplayer matches are overall in this game, when half the players on each team aren't camping in the back of the map spamming noob tubes with one-man army. You got 3 choices: Assault, Support, Specialist. Call of Duty would never return to this system again, so Modern Warfare 3 is pretty unique amongst the series.
Yep.
If you're a hound for more perks than is typically allowed, or you just like going for kills, being an ultra badass, and are putting together a slick montage, go with Specialist. If you're tired of dying at 6 kills every fucking time, you can choose Support for guaranteed streaks that are focused on supporting the team.
Yep.
You got stuff like recon drones to spot enemies, show them on the radar, SAM turrets that you set up to shoot down enemy aircrafts. The advanced UAV is super helpful, while not nearly as cool as the emergency airdrop. It's nice to call down an escort airdrop, get some helpful care packages to share with your team, throw down a ballistic vest, and watch your allies crowd around you and thanks. You essentially give up some kills for the sake of points, guaranteed rewards throughout a match, and the loving praise of your team.
Get it, you're not gonna get it. You get your ass leave, bitch. I don't give a flying fuck.
Just kidding. Nobody says nice things in Call of Duty.
No.
Assault is the tough shit. Real manly ordnance. The Osprey Gunner is a complete beast. You
Yes.
choose a location and it plays much like a chopper gunner, except with heavier explosive rounds. The AC-130 returns in glorious fashion. Sadly, without the classic voice acting.
Enemy AC-130 above.
In essence, Modern Warfare 3 took some of the punch out of its air support and its kill streaks, but it replaced that with plenty of love, care, and above all else, fucking foresight. Each category has its own appeal and reason to pick it. They
Yep.
fit in nicely with the sandbox. Still have some fun, overpowered shit in there. It's great. The offensive kill streaks are fair, fun, just not the most unique or cool out of the series. The assault drone would eventually evolve into a much better
ACR.
version in Black Ops 3. The main thing is they're satisfying to use, and you don't go quite as insane when the enemy team is ass blasting you with those streaks. Depending on your perspective, Call of Duty Elite could have been something you loved.
I said
or
ACR. I meant the whatever
Hey,
that shit's called in Black
so
Ops 2.
kudos, Activision. You created what was probably one of the earliest games to release content as a modern-day games as a service. Now, this is going to be the part of the video where I get more pissed off, so strap yourself in. If I haven't said it 1,000 times, 1,000 different ways by the end of this video, Modern Warfare 3's biggest flaw is familiarity. To be fair, there are certain games out there that got away with putting not much effort into changing the visuals. Banjo-Tooie was only a slight improvement over Kazooie, but way better in terms of gameplay. KOTOR 2 was much the same, except it was developed in only 14 months and was terribly unfinished. And the worst part of the bunch? Mega Man, who looked exactly the same for 6 games in a row. But for each of these examples, you can make a case that the lack of visual improvement wasn't a huge deal, by any stretch of the imagination, because each one continuously improved in the sequel. and I would probably agree. So why is it a big deal for Modern Warfare 3? Well, I guess people just
'cause
have
they just
higher
came from
expectations for the
from
4th
Black
best-selling
Ops.
video game franchise of all time. The similarities are apparent from the second you start this game. Huh. This main menu was kind of familiar. Well, let's check out Spec Ops. Wait, it's like virtually the same layout. Why is it? No, that's cool. That's cool.
If it ain't broke,
multiplayer
don't
will
fix
be
it, bro.
different. Well,
What happened, bro? What happened when they changed it? Look at Modern Warfare, bro. Look at Modern Warfare 2. As soon as you change it, bro, this shit is ass, and this shit stinks. Go back to the last shit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what they said.
This is
That's what
disappointing.
they did.
Now
that's what people want now.
In this game that looks different from Modern Warfare 2, right? Right? You
If they couldn't come up with a better one, so they just kept the same one.
be fucking
It's fine.
kidding me. It's all the same. It's all the same. Every last menu and sub-menu. Don't get me wrong, between this game and MW2, there's hardly a shred of bad user interface. But why in Soap's name couldn't it just look different? So many of the emblems and titles are literally the exact same.
Yeah, those are the
with
same.
the added bonus of knowing what you did to unlock them. This is super cool, by the way. Major props, I appreciate that. The challenge and leveling up sound effects are the same. This is what killed me, though. The reload animations. There is no excuse to rip these straight from Modern Warfare 2. I just want to see things changed slightly, visually. But what's most painful is what they did to our precious nuke. Take a listen.
Losing A.
Yeah, that shit stinks. I'm not gonna lie.
Enemy Moab incoming.
That shit did stink.
Did you hear
I hate
anything
that
strange?
too.
Funny, because all I heard
It's
was
not-
the lamest
What?
fucking sound effect in human history. I don't know about you, but this?
Enemy Moab incoming.
Like that's not the reaction you should do. You should take from a fucking Moab. Enemy Moab incoming. Beep, beep, little soy ass beeps. No, the that shit was so good because that's how he would actually react.
Shitting my pants quite like this.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Literally,
The
like
Moab is nowhere to be seen in the menus, which is cool. Players had
Yeah.
to find it on their own. Then
yeah, that part I do like. That was a good change for the nuke. Instead of making a kill streak, in changing out one of your other kill streaks, it actually made it just permanently base in the game. If you just get it, you get
tell
it.
others through word of mouth or see a video posted online. And the fact that it doesn't stop the game makes it infinitely less frustrating. The multiplayer.
It was cool that it ended the game. That was something cool. That was pretty cool to see. But getting more kills afterwards is also really fun.
Damn fun to play now. Especially because I liked Modern Warfare 2 and I can now appreciate this game as a vast improvement and fine-tuning of that experience. I don't think the teams behind this got enough credit for how the game turned out. Maybe we were all hyper-focused on the similarities, which are a big deal, but just made it so we couldn't give this game a real chance. So you know what? I'll give you the credit you deserve now.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
At this point,
Man,
you
this
should all
video's
know
funny.
what a goddamn stickler I am when it comes to map design. It's the one thing that can make or break the multiplayer from me.
Correct.
Oh no!
So how did Raven Software do in the follow-up to that COD game with the best maps? Well, as the old saying goes, you could have done better. Don't get me wrong, Modern Warfare 3's selection of maps is decent, or at the very least painfully average. But if you take just even the slightest amount of time to really look at them, you can tell this is when the series really started to dumb itself down. Not just in design, but appearance as well. Most of these
They weren't like no crazy like detailed like ghost maps. There was no background and history. They were just maps. Go play on them. That's what he's gonna say.
locations are just not visually impressive or memorable.
Yep.
The
see?
sheer amount of gray in this game is enough to make Creo wet. And ladies and gentlemen, that's just gross. It's depressing and boring to look at. Give me some vibrant colors, neon light.
The reason why it was depressing and boring, well, boring, I'm not going to say boring. The reason why it was depressing is because the whole campaign was depressing. Like, that, it was all just sad shit going on. There was nothing good going on.
It's rain, snow,
It was just sadness.
thunder, something, anything
So
different.
the multiplayer
And
maps
I'm not
reflected
saying
that.
every map and every game needs to be as memorable and interesting as the last, but once a series has gone on for as long as Call of Duty has, you gotta mix things up. But you know, that's part of the franchise.
I can understand where you're coming from, though.
When each game has 10 to 16 maps at launch, and another 16 coming through DLC map packs, well shit, you're gonna run out of ideas at some point. And ironically enough, the highest point in any map is, yep, you guessed it, from a remake. Just like Black Ops 4. So okay, there aren't a lot of different heights players can go to, but the layouts are still interesting and have good flow, with open areas, flanking routes, the typical things that make a map playable. And unlike Black Ops 4, Modern Warfare 3 actually has large maps. Not much else to say here. Modern Warfare 3's selection of maps are better than most of the newer.
See, the maps are large, but they're also easily routed, and you can navigate them better. And it's not like you have to search for people for fucking years.
Games, but aren't really an improvement at all when compared to the previous entries. It's yet another reason why this game was blasted upon release.
Dome is a fucking classic.
Another area that didn't see much improvement at all.
So is Hard Hat.
I find it hilarious the part of Modern Warfare 2 I spent the least amount of time in is now the part of Modern Warfare 3 that I got the most enjoyment out of. What could account for such a drastic change in the appeal of Spec Ops? Well, quite a lot. Every COD game past Modern Warfare has had this typical 3 main attractions type of design. You've probably noticed, sometimes even 4. And this third side mode has always been the testing grounds for all sorts of kooky, wacky, zany ideas to be experimented with. Some great and some just fucking awful. God, I hate transit. So with some time,
Transit was a classic back in the day for us
to
kids.
reflect on the shortcomings of Spec Ops in the previous game, and with the resources available to enhance and improve this mode, needless to say, they fucking did it.
Yes, they did.
In my previous review, I established how Infinity Ward was always in a healthy competition with Treyarch. To have a side mode that was just as enticing, fun, and replayable.
Which is honestly, it's just too hard. Zombies, it's just insane. And then when they incorporated lore into it too, holy shit, they couldn't keep up. It's not their fault. I can't blame them for trying. Spec Ops was great, Survival was great, but trying to keep up with zombies, even me as a shit zombie players that don't even play zombies, still enjoyed it, look, style, and gameplay wise. I mean, zombies is just zombies, bro. I mean, like, bro, that's hard to beat. It's hard to beat, and then people are gonna hate it. They're just gonna say, "Oh, they're gonna hate it because it's not zombies." That's the only reason why they hated it, and they didn't play it because it wasn't zombies. They tried with Survival, but it's not zombies. Tried their best.
As zombies. Ironically enough, it seems Modern Warfare 3 was also in direct competition with a couple of other games. What's this, a horde-based defense mode? Survival, that what you call it? I bet it's a real firefight, if you ask.
And then the fact that the Survival was limited rounds was kind of annoying. If it kept going, that'd be cool.
Interesting the way that Halo and Call of Duty have battled each other and tried replicating, or copying if you want to be more harsh, certain elements from each other. There are several similarities between the series and games, and I'm not trying to start a debate or get sidetracked, because my point is there's a right way to mirror successful concepts from other games, and there's a wrong way to do it. Modern Warfare 3 replicates Halo's firefight mode to outstanding success. I think Modern Warfare 3 takes it a step farther than Reach did, in some ways. The idea of integrating progression and unlocks into a PvE mode is 100% something that every Call of Duty is expected to have nowadays.
Also did it without the microtransaction bullshit. Let me hear what you said again.
The idea of integrating progression and unlocks into a PvE mode is 100% something that every Call of Duty is expected to have nowadays. So let's drop into Survival, oh wait, wrong game.
Team, ground forces cannot get to the LZ. It's just the two of you.
I mean, that is just the view from the AC-130 back to the ground.
But what does it do right? And why was it so enticing to play that I ended up chasing the achievement for lasting until Wave 15 on every map? Well, first off, there are so many maps to choose from. They all range in difficulty from easy to insane and pretty insane in the DLC. And there are endless
I never
setups
played
you can come
DLC.
up with to survive. Variety is strong here, and that's what kept me playing. The best part of survival is the progression in waves, weapons, unlocks. As you play the mode and the Spec Ops missions, you
God, I
will
wish I
level
had
up,
friends to
and
play
your
this with.
arsenal
My
slowly
friends just want to
expands.
play zombies, so
The
they
team's
didn't play
really
this
knocked
with
it
me.
out of the park with the sandbox. Every weapon from multiplayer is here, with various attachments you can unlock. You can buy perks, armor, RPGs, a last stand get out of jail card, sentry turrets, claymores, C4. Every element of the sandbox collides in this mode to create a versatile and replayable experience. And best of all, AI allies. Fuck yes. I cannot understate how cool it is to call in a squad of troopers to watch your back, or a group of riot shield badasses to hold the line. It's mind-boggling how this idea has not been expanded upon in future games, to my knowledge. Aside from the
Because
typical-
everybody just loves zombies, bro. So they just said, all right, well, we tried. So I get nobody's talking about it, so I guess I didn't like it.
addiction you get from Call of Duty's progression. The
It's
mode is
so
pure
saddening.
fun. There's no gimmicks, no microtransactions, no bullshit. It mixes up traditional strategies and tactics you've learned from all your time in the campaigns and Spec Ops missions. Want to set up a couple sentry guns with claymores planted all around? Do it. Want to throw a bunch of C4 down and wait till some unlucky son of a bitch walks by? Hell yeah. Want to call down an airstrike to decimate your foes? Or use a Predator missile to rain down hell? You can do it all. It's fucking amazing to play this with a buddy. You guys will bro down and throw down. Sometimes you get a trio of juggernauts rappelling down. Each one of them has a huge black dildo that they want to shove right up your ass. As infantry and dogs rush you while 3 helicopters assault you from the skies and pelt you with bullets.
Yeah.
It's intense. But for everything survival does right, it leaves several things to be desired. Like, where's all the other attachments? FMJ, akimbo, rapid fire, extended mags. How come proficiency wasn't added into this mode? It'd be pretty fun to just run around with a Desert Eagle and a tactical knife, but too bad we can't do that. And it'd also give you more incentive to buy certain weapons over others, right? Why can't we call in allied helicopters? Where's the rest of the perks? How come there aren't any rocket launchers besides the RPG? Why aren't there any prestige?
The reason why the RPG is because RPG is harder to hit, and if you would just have the tracking rocket launchers, I mean, it wouldn't really pose a challenge, would it?
Rewards. Why can't we?
All right, now what
Why
he said?
can't we call in allied helicopters?
Same thing with the helicopters. They would just attack each other or kill the juggernaut, so it wouldn't be a challenge anymore.
Where's the rest of the perks?
I don't know what perks are in and what perks are out, so, but I'm guessing it was also skill, like a balancing issue. I'm assuming.
How come there aren't any rocket launchers besides the RPG? Why aren't there any prestige rewards? Why can't we prestige?
Good question.
Maybe these things posed a balancing problem during the
What did I say? What did I say? Because it was about Catcast. Bro, I'm over here defending the hell out of it. I'm hating for no reason.
testing phases, but I find it strange that a lot of the sandbox was left out of survival mode. It is some damn good fun though, and part of the reason I ended up maxing out my level. But now let's turn our focus to the more traditional side of Spec Ops, the missions. Let me tell you, I don't know what it was, but something about these brought out the perfectionist in me.
Yep.
That's the way it's done.
Yep. Restart because, bro, hell no, I'm not finna. Oh, yep. 3 stars, man. That's
Maybe
so
it was
real.
because I was trying to forget about my no longer relevant crippling addiction to nicotine, or that I was genuinely having so much fun. The latter, most likely. But yes, I got 3 stars on every single mission. Modern Warfare 3 improved Spec Ops in every way. One of the more annoying aspects of MW2 was several of the missions were based on time. However, this time, you choose the difficulty, and upon completion, you are awarded those stars. That's another thing. The difficulty here feels as fair as it can be in a Call of Duty game, and the satisfaction for completing these missions is unparalleled. One of the better improvements was the way they intertwined the missions with the story and setting.
Yep.
How each mission is based on a level from the single-player campaign. But unlike Modern Warfare 2, this game actually created new areas for Spec Ops. Well, maybe not, but at least it spun them around to
There are a few levels that are exclusive.
feel,
Spec Ops.
look, and
Yes, sir.
play different. Variety, as you should expect, is impeccable. There's even a little bit of story to be had in this mode, right? In Mile High Jack, you play from the perspective of Makarov's men, instead of a bodyguard of the president.
It's all up to you.
Finish it.
There's little tidbits of dialogue and scenery that add on to the story of Modern Warfare 3 and kind of ties it all together with a nice, neat little bow. Overall, I think Spec Ops really proved that Infinity Ward could handle an offline PvE mode. I'm kind of ashamed I didn't give Spec Ops more of a chance back in the day. I mean, they really stepped their game up. There's not one huge or even minor flaw I can think of that discourages me from playing it. But if the rumors
Literally,
are
bro.
true, and Modern Warfare 4 is indeed the next upcoming Call of Duty game, you all
He doesn't know.
better get your shit together, cause it's gonna take a miracle for you to top this. Modern Warfare 3 is a lot better than most people initially thought and gave it credit for back in the day. And I was one of those people. You can't blame anyone
Niggas just hated to hate, bro. That's what I've been saying. Oh, I'm so mad.
for some of their negative reactions and perceptions. It falls
God
on
damn
developers,
it.
publishers, and
We had it
designers for
so good. Man, the niggas just hated to hate, bro. They hated to hate because they were so dig heavy on Modern Warfare 2, and then Black Ops 2 came out right after this. Fucking Pete came out after this. Fuck, man.
not switching things up enough, for not being able to trick our eyes and make us believe we're seeing something different, for making it appear to the average player that this is the same game you already bought. I didn't analyze video games nearly as intensely as I do now, but these are the subconscious reasons we might not have been able to explain why we hated Modern Warfare 3. I'm kinda shocked I haven't run out of things to say about this franchise. There's so many pieces that go into the puzzle of Modern Warfare 3, and with such a rocky development, this game should have been complete shit.
It should have
But
been.
it wasn't. A lot of improvements were made. Plenty of new ideas
Thank you, Ackman.
that would become staples of the series. The campaign
Pause.
has a
That
great
was a little-
story, more coherent, with some spectacular set pieces, moments, a tight bond between characters. It's the thrilling and satisfactory ending we had all
Oh
been looking
my
forward
god,
to. And it's a
man,
shame the
this shit is
gameplay
so
didn't turn out to be
fucking
any more
good.
thrilling or fun. Multiplayer is for the most part just average. Great weapons, great mechanics, mediocre map design, replayable, and fun enough to grind. I went into this review feeling a lot more forgiving, and with a willing attitude to give this game another shot. I'm not going to look back on my time with Modern Warfare 3 as fondly as the other games, yet I don't regret spending any of that time. This is what it means to be an average Joe. And that is why Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was so mediocre.
Nah, bro, I'm not. You're not gonna convince. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. You're not gonna convince. You're not gonna convince me. After you just showed me the proof that you maxing out basically everything in the fucking game, you're not gonna tell me that shit was mediocre. You're not. I'm sorry, X man. You're not gonna. You're not. You almost got me. No, not me. You maxed out. So you maxed out everything. There's no way you think this shit is mediocre. You could trick these other niggas, but not me. Not me. No. You enjoyed it. You enjoyed yourself. You said it. You're not tricking me. Oh, that was the end of the video. Everything he said, he fucking loved the game. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, man. Listen to me, pal. You listen to me. All right, I sat here for 50 minutes listening to you. You listening to me. You like the game. I know you like the game. You want to play the game. You played the game. You maxed out everything about the game. You loved the game. Don't say it was mediocre. Right at the end. After I just witnessed you dick ride it just as hard as Michi. Just as sorry. Just God damn it, I can't speak. can't fucking speak. Basically, what I'm saying is you dick ride it, just like I do. It's fine. Okay, the game's good. Now that you understand, now I gotta show this to my friend. After saying, "Oh my god, why do you like Modern Warfare 3 so much? I don't get it." Nigga, the game was fucking perfect. There was nothing wrong with it. And then Peak came out. So, I mean, it got overshadowed. But it is what it is, bro. Damn. It is what it is, bro. I can't wait to gloat to my friends. Because some shit in here I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know that this is where weapon upgrading came from. I didn't know this is where kill confirm came from. There was something else that was in here where something spawned. Like, this game made so many things that are in CODs now. You hating ass niggas, bro. This is why we can't have a good COD. It's because of you niggas, bro. The fucking COD community is just so damn stupid. I'm so mad. Like, the niggas listened to you. They said, okay, we'll fix it in the next game. What did they do? They fixed it. Made everything balanced. Made everything perfect. Just for you niggas to hate. And then once that happened, what happened after that? Tell me what happened after they fixed and made the game perfect for you. Tell me what happened. They gave the next year to Treyarch, Peak. And then what happened? Ghost. It's your fucking fault. They went out then after that. Advanced Warfare. Then Black Ops 3. Then Infinite Warfare. Then World War II. Then what was after World War II? Was it 2019? No, I forgot because I didn't play Black Ops 4. Because that shit was, I was like, bro, I'm not buying that bullshit. It's the only COD I didn't buy. It's the only COD I didn't play since Modern Warfare 2. It's the only COD I didn't play. Wasn't gonna buy that shit. And then 2019, which was actually good. But you see where the downhill came from? It came from the game where they said, okay, we listened to you, and you said, fuck, and then the community said, fuck you. For no reason. The game was perfect. Aside from them keeping, okay, similar graphics. Okay, so what? Animation reload and shit. Like, okay, who fucking cares really about that? Literally, who fucking cares? What else? That was really it. And then the maps weren't as peak as Modern Warfare 2. I mean, okay, bro, like, you know how hard it is to make that many good maps? Come on, let's keep it G real. They did a good enough job. Fuck you. But as soon as they saw that the community said fuck you, right after making the game based on what the community wanted, they said, all right, we're gonna take this into our own hands. We're gonna do it ourselves. We don't care what the community thinks anymore. We're gonna do us. We're gonna get our money. We don't care about the community. That's what happened. That's what happened. So all these Call of Duties from Modern Warfare, from Black Ops 2 on, it's your fault. COD community, it's your fault. Ackman also said it himself that he was also just a random dick rider. He was hating for no reason. It's all your faults. Literally. So those of you who complain or stop playing because back in the day, you always want to go back to back in the day, and you weren't appreciative of what they did for you back in the day, it's literally your fault. Where we are now is your fault. And now I hold Modern Warfare 3 even higher in my stand. Well, obviously not better than Black Ops 2, but I hold it even higher in my standards now. Because everything we have now, Call of Duty wise, bro, it's your fault. You literally brought it upon yourself. Activision, Infinity Ward, and all that was the Joker movie, the newest one. You know what I'm talking about. You made him. The community made the Joker the Joker. it was all literally your fault. We had a good thing going. You stupid bastard. We had a good thing going, and then you had to blow it up with your ego. COD community, all your fault. Happy I got that rant out. Ackman, this was a great video. I appreciate you making this video and finally realizing that Modern Warfare 3 is a good game and everything about it was good. Well, except for, you know, some things that can be overlooked. I mean, seriously. No, that can be overlooked. It's a great video. I really enjoyed watching it. There was no low points in the game. I do love your comedy. Your editing's really fire. I'm still not gonna get over you calling the game mediocre, but you know. That's it, man. I don't think I'm going to do a reaction to any more of his videos because I enjoy watching them. It's just I've only seen like two other ones. I enjoy watching it in my own time. I only do reactions to certain shit because it hits so home for me. That's why I did a reaction to Ghost and to this one. On why I didn't do a reaction to the newest Modern Warfare 3 because I mean I knew what was gonna be said. Let's be for real. Come on. Like the Black Ops 2 one, I'm probably gonna watch that literally right after I've hit stop recording on this. All right, I'm yapping, but still, good video, good summary. I don't like how you didn't talk over Sandman, Frost, and Truck. I remember them by heart because they're good characters. You didn't. You just said fuck them. You just focused on Price story, which I can understand. But I got grown attached to those characters too. I mean, I can understand what you talk. We didn't speak on them, but they were good. They're good characters. Just like when you played Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare COD 4, like when you would play 1v1 or the Rangers, like when you had Sergeant Foley. They were better. Or when you were I forgot his name. But yeah, their team was good. 1v1 and Delta Force. I enjoyed both sides of the story. And then the conjoint op, and then how they had to leave, sacrifice. Great shit. I honestly do want Modern Warfare 4 to this series, not the new one, not the revamped one. That's fine. I don't really need one to the. I mean, they're probably gonna do it because it's still not over, but I'm Warfare 4 to this series will be better. What was I gonna say? That's about it. I think that's it. No, I was gonna say why I wanted Modern Warfare 4. Well, actually, no. Story is it's a great ending. So there is no real reason to add any more to it other than just wanting to know. It's just me wanting to know what happened to, Truck and Sandman and all of them. But obviously, I mean, they died. Bringing them back would be pretty ass, I guess, even though I want them to. No, that wouldn't be fair. That would be stupid. All right, this video is getting long, and I'm just rambling at this point. All right, Ackman, another good thumbs up. Good video. All right. Bye, I guess. Bye.